G'day folks, I'm not sure where this video is headed for today, but got these four last week, and time to do something with them. So we know that one runs, that one did not, that one did not, that one did. So to start with, we'll get this one running nicer, change the oil, see where that takes us, and yeah, let's get on with it. So to start with, I'll warm this one up and throw an air filter at it. Then change the oil, probably run it for a bit. That oil was super black, so I might need to change it a second time. Then see what else it needs. So we're dumping out this oil. It's very dark. Once that's done, I'll just put in some cheap oil because I'm going to flush it a second time. Still running a little rough, but I think there is a lot of carbon in that combustion chamber. So when we put in our cheap oil, I'll push it out of the way and leave it running for a fair while, just to see if that can clear some of it out. Got a bit of wet oil here, not sure what's going on there yet, so later on wash it off. We'll see where it's leaking from. It's probably come out of this little governor shaft here, like they all do. What are the blades like? I mean, they're not terrible, but we'll replace them anyway, I think. As long as the rest of it's good. Looks like it was used not that long ago. There's also a possibility there's some carburetor issues that will need to be looked at. Because when we picked it up, the fuel tap was off, and a lot of the time went off on them. The fuel tap's been left on, and when they've been turned off, they turned off for a reason. So it's a possibility all this flooding has been from bad float. So while that one's sitting there running, we'll have a bit of a look at this one, eh? So before I sink any money into a two-stroke, I always just pop the muffler off and gauge an opinion on what the rest of the motor's like. Because you can see the piston and rings through the exhaust port. Exhaust port's the hottest part, so if there's damage there, there'll be damage somewhere else. The way this one pulled over, I don't think it's that bad, so let's just get that muffler off and have a look. That's exactly why I always pull the muffler before wasting money on a dead motor. I mean, I could put a piston and rings in it, or I could just get another whole block, so not a total loss. Nice aluminium frame. Wheels, you know, a little bit wobbly. All in all, just needs to find another engine. But I'll push this one to the side and move on to something else for today. So after running him for a bit, I'll clean the plug off. Running it a bit more, it's now running pretty smooth. Let's change the oil again. Greaser. Shut up. I don't know if you can hear it or not. There's some roosters in the background crowing away. So there is a seal you can buy for that governor shaft. Not sure whether it's OEM or not. I've seen other people fit them. But we'll see how bad the leak is. It could have just been laying on its side at the tip and it's run out. You don't know the history on those things when you buy them. Alright, let that soak for a couple of minutes and we'll finish the cleanup part. Righto. So we're a lot cleaner. I'm going to call this one pretty much done for now. Obviously it's not finished, but I'll take it to somewhere that needs its lawn mowed, because It ain't going to get put under any load there. Load the hell out of it. Run a good tank of fuel through it. See where we're at. Should be right. And I'll do that before I put new blades on it, because when I end up selling it, I'm going to advertise it with new blades. So most of this will clean off. I'll do that on my final clean. Just hit it with some detergent and scrub it up. But for now, we can see where that oil leak's coming from and how bad it is now. The engine itself's actually clean. Let's move on to something else. Alright, so we already know this fella runs. Let's just tart it up a bit and get it ready for sale. So having a quick look, try and find a better back wheel. Already got a new front wheel, or newer, pulled out, ready to go. Let's catch a flap. He's warped in the middle. That hasn't got a lot of life left in it. I'll swap another one out. Fix this starter properly. That was just sort of a quick botch job to get us over the line. But to start with, I'll just give it a quick scrub down and clean all this debris and stuff off. There we go. A little bit of degreaser, a little bit of watered down simple green, scrub daddy and some hot water. It'll look all faded when it dries, but it's pretty for a moment. So, got some better wheels on. I haven't got a spare flap floating around, so I'll go on a mission this afternoon and find one, grab one from wherever we find one. I'm going to change this fuel tank out. This one's got a bunch of rusty stuff in the bottom of it, so it does not look very healthy. You can't really see there, it's pretty dark, but yeah, it had old fuel in it when we picked it up. You couldn't see the bottom. And then with the new fuel in there, you can sort of scrape around. You can feel rust and stuff in the bottom, so that's all right. Change the oil, some blades. I've got to go for a drive now anyway, so I'll see if I can find one of these on my travels. All right, let's go and see what these guys have on offer. They might even have a catcher flat for us, or I'll just buy random shit. Nothing there that's going to help us, I don't think. Dig through the graveyard. Catch a flap. And kill two birds with one stone. This motor looks like it might be okay with a bit of a cleanup. Let's take it. Already quickly chucked on that catcher flap. Now I'm just going to strip off anything that sort of needs a little bit of paint or refurbishing, or I'll take this starter back off anyway. Wash the cooling pins on the actual engine out, and we'll prep up a new fuel tank and carb assembly. Hopefully I've got some silver paint for that muffler. It looks a little bit dirty. I might run it quickly so we can dump the oil out, and while it's on its side I'll pop the blades off as well. So we've got everything we need to stripped off now. This muffler's in there a bit tight. I don't want to disturb it or potentially break it by forcing it undone. So it's just going to have to live in there. A lot of the cooling fins are blocked up, so good thing pulled it apart. It mightn't overheat at this time of year, but come summertime it'll cook it. So you got peace of mind knowing the motor's going to run cold once all that's been cleaned out. We need some blades, got to clean the air filter, refix that starter, that'll take 2 seconds. Carburetor, slap it all back together, chuck some oil in it, and hopefully she's good. Right, blades are on there. Starter's back on. It's all nice and tight now. Engine's clean. All we got left's that little bit of stuff. Let's get on it. Now we've had a little bit of a paint touch up. Not a great match, but she'll do. And just need to put it some oil in, an air filter, and see how she runs. I've also got the clear coat out, this faded blue. I'm just going to dust a little bit of clear on it. Just bring it up a bit. I'd respray the whole thing, but that's a lot of effort and it makes it look a lot of the ones you see fully resprayed look fake, or they've been botched up. I'd sell things as they are. You know, this will be running good, last time on a few seasons. What more could you ask for, really? Alright, so we got oil, we got fuel. Haven't put the air filter on yet, just in case we've got to adjust some RPM. I've lost my tripod. Not sure if it's floating around here somewhere or it got knocked off when we had another break-in. So anyway, let's just fashion this as best we can. Right, and nope. Obviously our carb's not real happy. I'll whip it back out, see if I can find an issue and try again, I guess. So didn't quite tighten that down, and when I put this top cowling back on, the bloody tins ended up on the outside, not the inside. But too many things going on at once. Oh, let's correct that and see how we go. So, it turns out, where do we start? The carburetor was warped, because we had a bit of a fuel leak. It's dried up now, but it's leaking out around the edges of the diaphragm. And the tank was warped as well. Which tank? One of them was stripped. Turned out it was stripped out in the corner as well, so I couldn't get a good bite on there. Anyhow, those put aside, just chalk that up as a fail. We liberated the whole tank carb assembly off another mower, quickly chucked a diaphragm and a new primer bulb in it. And I'm pretty sure we're all done. I'm going to take it for a spin and then see how it goes. So yeah, that's about it for today. Still got that other two-stroke to get done. I'll clean up and paint up the new engine in a little bit of downtime between shifts at work. I've already done the muffler while I had it off. And we've got that other little Victa with the Chinese Honda copy on it, but we'll do an engine swap on that, so that can be next weekend. Thanks for watching.